good morning, good afternoon, and good evening at whatever time you're watching this show as a rerun. Welcome to Let's Talk Business with Laura Nowlin and Dr. Cobian. Dr. Cobian, I'm so glad to have you back. I know you were away for our first shows out in California, so it's just so nice to have you back. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Our
I'm
show.
excited. Yes, thank you. I'm really, really excited about learning together.
Of course, yes. And today we have an amazing guest with us. We have Carlos here from Employ Nevada, also with the Vegas Chamber, right? Employ Nevada Business. And he's actually the small business account manager. He's been working with me and my business in trying to hire a few people. So I'm really excited to have you here, Carlos. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. And it's been nice that we've been able to have him on our Spanish show and the English show.
Yes.
So that way, if you don't speak Spanish, you can at least get it here.
Absolutely. We're
in
here
your
to help.
language. Yes. So tell me a little bit about how long you've been with Employ Nevada.
So it's been about 2.5 years now. I started as a career coach, as a career counselor first to help people with training and stuff like that. And now I'm just helping businesses with financial incentives and many other perks and features that we have.
Right. And what's so nice about these perks that you have, it's basically our tax dollars going back to work for us, right? Trying to recover from COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have a lot of incentives of perks and grants available for the community out there, the business community. One of the biggest things that we get is that the business who struggle through the pandemic, now they have an opportunity to pretty much evolve and get stronger after it. So
Right. I really feel, I started my business in October of 2014, CS Now Staffing, but I can tell you after COVID and the end of last year, beginning of this year, I feel like a startup all over again. I literally feel like a startup. And so I am just grateful and feel very blessed that the city, that you guys have the money to be able to assist us and get us back on track. Because we are the heartbeat of America, aren't we? The small business community.
Absolutely. The grand majority of businesses are small businesses.
And I'm, I guess, a testimony of the work that you guys can do and how you can really help a small business. But I'm going to act like if I haven't taken this grant, and so that way you can tell our viewers, if they're a small business, if they're already established, what would be the first steps that they would need to go through in order for them to be able to participate?
Okay. Well, the first thing will be an initial meeting, right? Pretty much if you know about me and the work that I do, we'll have a in-person meeting first or Zoom meeting. And we will assess what type of issues, what type of workforce-related problems are you usually having at the moment. And pretty much after that, I will give a brief recommendations because we have multiple programs, right? They can help you with hiring, like promoting and stuff like that. So we have a lot of programs that can take you to the next level.
Okay.
So we could start with me because I have been in business for 5 years. But for 4 years, all I did was community service. So I did not do any of my business. I occasionally saw a patient or two, but not really focusing. Now it's been the first year, and I am getting ready to hire someone. But I'm afraid, I'm scared, I feel insecure because I don't know how to do it. I never done it before. So if I tell you that I need someone to assist me with social media posting, front desk, answering phones, making phone calls, checking emails, printing papers, organizing. Will you be able to help me, and how?
Absolutely. That's a great question, Dr. Acobian. We do have a program called Work Experiences, right? It's very important that when you're starting a business, don't start full throttle. Just take it step by step, little by little. And we have this program that's for the youth. This is for individuals that probably just finished high school or they're about to start college, right, in that gap, where they're probably looking for a part-time employment or some type of experience in the job. So the way it works is pretty much that individual will be like per se our employee, right? We will pay their wages. They're gonna be under works compensation insurance, but they're gonna be in your business, right? They're gonna be doing small things. They're gonna be shadowing another employees, And that way you will help them gain some experience for their resume, and therefore they can move on. Or if you're willing to hire afterwards, we can do something for you.
So I have a couple of questions. Question number one, once I gave you, when I met with you, I told you basically what I need. Will you pick someone and send it to my office? And question number two, or I get to elected. And question number two will be, so because you guys are going to pay, I don't have to worry about workers' comp or payroll or anything like that.
It will be good to have it in place. Yes, even though they go into a work compensation insurance, it's always good to see, like the status of the business, that you have all these documents that are required. But at the time of your choosing for that type of candidate for work experiences, pretty much you can choose, I will send you different options. You can choose any of those two options, or one, or however it works better for you. So, yeah.
So I gotta choose who, because energy has a lot to do
Yes.
with this, and sometimes you may have in front of you
Culture.
someone with a lot of qualifications, but it just doesn't click.
Yes.
So what will be the documentation, or what will be the steps that I will go through in order for me to get that support from you?
Yes, you definitely need the workers' compensation insurance. You need your W-9, which is your business tax ID,
Okay.
right? And a job description with the wage, right? Even though we are the ones who are paying the wage, we would like to know what would be the wage that you are putting out there for them.
Right, because the goal is actually not just to give them work experience, but it would be also to hopefully hire them and through the journey then on our own tax ID number, correct?
Yes. The hope here is to create a career path for that individual, right? You can proceed in hiring them after the work experience ends, but if you're looking for something else, or at least they already gained some experience, that's what the WEX work experience program is created for. That's for the hire, for the employee, not for the business, right? So it's a workforce related program that focuses on individuals.
Sorry, how long does the program go for?
That's my question.
That's a
Right,
great
how many
question.
hours? What's the max hours that we could get someone for under that particular program?
Yeah, for the WEX program, in terms of hours, we can do 240 hours, 480. This goes from 1.5 months to like a couple months, right? It's just a little bit of experience, just for them to have, put their feet on the door and understand how a business works, understand that they got a job that starts at 8 a.m. and they got to show up on time, all these kind of things. Many of them, they don't understand, they have to probably leave home 45 minutes before, those small things. This is for young individuals.
Got it.
And is this going to be only a one time? I mean, I get an internship one time and that's it. I can never get another one.
No, you can keep getting them. It's pretty much communication between us as a program and you as a business owner is very important, right? So as long as everything is okay, and you're responding to the program qualifications and everything like that, you can do multiple work experiences.
And what's the minimal that you guys are paying them for them to go and do this job, whatever the job is?
Well, when we talk about the minimums, we only can give recommendations, right? So we like to recommend at least $13 an hour for work experience will be something workable for them.
Right, because the reason I ask is because you would want there to be an incentive if you then hire them on internally. And so you want to make sure that your budget is set, so then that way you could hire them. And obviously if you were paying them like $20 an hour, then it would be difficult for a small business, even though they're not paying for the 240 some odd hours, then to retain them or give them some type of incentive of making at least $1 more,
Yes.
right? That's why I asked that question. Thank you.
So it will be wise of me to think that before I reach out to you and ask for an internship to get that benefit for whatever month it's going to be, to have a very clear, specific plan on how my business is going to make more money with the help of this person, so that I can have some cash flow and then ask you to give me another hand once I'm ready to go to another level.
Yes, and well, I like that idea that you are planning already. This individual will help you, help your bottom line, and then you will be able to per se hire this person after the work experience, because they already did so much amount of job that you will be able to back it up with the savings you have.
Well, I'm gonna feel happy and secure as a business to say I have this amount of money. So then I can call you and I said, you know what, Carlos, I'm very satisfied, very thankful, blah 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 blah, with this lady or this gentleman. I am ready to hire it. What's the next step, and what will that be?
Okay, that's a great question. The work experience program is not that you're hiring, right? But now that you mentioned that you want to transition, right? You want
Right.
to transition this internship into a formal W-2 employment, right? For that matter, we have a program that's called on-the-job training, which I consider to be the second step, right? So this second step will give you a wage reimbursement up to 90% of the wages of this individual. So what we do is we help you out. We give you a little hand for you to, okay, now you're hiring this individual. This is a person that we refer to you from the WEX program, and that's something that the program likes because we see a career path for that person. So with that 90% wage reimbursement, pretty much you will get a check to your business address every month, right? There are some documents that needs to be provided additionally to
Like the payroll?
ones. The documents, the first step will be to, we have to create an agreement,
Okay.
right, between our program and also your business, right? Let's say you already send me the worst compensation, I already have that on file, and you send me your W-9, I already have that on file.
And the summary of what I want.
Yes, and the job description with the wage, right? Additionally, I will need the business license and a general liability.
Oh,
Right.
that's important to know.
Yes, so there are 5 documents we require for us to move forward with the agreement. The agreement, it's a very not complicated agreement that just allow us to unlock the funds, right? Because we're gonna do a wage reimbursement. So once we unlock these funds, you will be able to do on-the-job trainings until the agreement expires, right? Once it expires, we'll be able to renew it again.
So I have this internship right now. Let's imagine. Okay, I have this person, and it lasts 3 months. 3 months later, this person, I got in love with her or him, and I wanna hire it, and I go to the next step where you will be helping me to qualify for that program, where I will be reimbursed up to $10,000, whatever. At the same time that I am hiring this person and I have this money that I already made these 3 months, can I have another internship, or do I have to wait certain time to get another one?
That's, you're tackling me with nice questions today. Yeah, you can have another intern and you have on-the-job training, at the same time. Right?
Okay, and I'm asking for this reason, because this is what's going on in my mind. So I have the internship already on the second, whatever you say, and then I have another internship. But once I'm ready to hire this one, I want to put this in a higher position so that it can take care of the new employee, which was an internship. Am I getting something else to help me once I go and put this second one that I hire on another position?
Yes, absolutely. So getting back to career
I
path,
like it.
right? Because what we do is workforce.
Right.
We help the workforce, we help the business, we help the people, right? And the first step was the internship. Then we go to the on-the-job training. Once they finish that, they stay on the job. And if you want to promote, right? We have at this moment, the state of Nevada, we have a grant that's called Incumbent Worker Training. Pretty much the intention is to promote existing employees, right? And it has a different also brackets inside of it that you can, if you're, because let's say something happened to your business and you have to lay off people, right? You can also use this grant to avert layoff, right?
Wow.
To promote, or if you want to do a wage increase only without promotion, right? So these are the categories in which we can, pretty much unlock the grant funds, and they're up to $10,000 per each business.
Oh, that's
Right.
amazing. Now, commercial.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial, and we'll be right back with Carlos from Employ Nevada. This is getting really heated here, so I hope you're taking notes, okay? We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Dr. Kovian. I am a naturopath or a doctor in natural medicine, a holistic practitioner, and I specialize in uncovering the root causes of your symptoms of health problems. How do I do that? Well, I use the electromagnetic resonance technology, same thing that CAT scan and MRI uses in the hospital. And once I know what's the root cause, through natural solutions such as teas, soups, smoothies, I'll give you the recipes for you to empower your own body's healing mechanisms so that you will heal or prevent any future health problems. You can reach me out here in Las Vegas. My number is 702-365-8000, or you can look for Balance, Salud y Vida. I have a website, I have social media, but 702-365-8000 is the best way to reach out to me. I will help you better your health, prevent any illness, increase your energy levels, reduce inflammation, pain. You will feel amazing. It will be a pleasure to serve you.
Introducing See Us Now Staffing, led by yours truly, Laura Nowlin. As the founder and president, I bring over 17 years of expertise in sourcing for talent, building winning teams of professionals, marketing, and workforce development. At See Us Now Staffing, we're not just a staffing agency. We're your strategic partner in building a winning team of professionals for your business. My passion for community service extends to connecting entrepreneurs with local resources. Recognized by the Small Business Administration as the 2022 Nevada Family-Owned Business of the Year, we're not just changing the workforce landscape, we're defining it. Welcome back to Let's Talk Business with Laura Nowlin and Dr. Colbian. And here we are again with Carlos from Employ Nevada. It's getting really heated here, isn't it, Doctor? Like all this great information.
Amazing.
We want to be able to hire these people, train our workforce, because that's exactly what we need to do right now. Our workforce is really weak right now, Carlos.
Yes, it is.
So I'm really
That's
glad
why-
this money's here.
That's why we're trying our best every day to, help businesses, and not only businesses, but individuals also.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys are helping and working with the small business community. I would like to hear a definition. What is a small business to you? What does it mean? What's the definition of it?
Yeah, for me, small businesses are businesses that, they're in the takeoff phase of becoming something greater, right? And in terms of employees, I will categorize them as less than 50 employees. I think that's where our sweet spot as a program is. I'm a small business account manager, and what I see all the time is businesses that have less than 50 employees. That would be like the best description that I can say.
No, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. And then let's also now talk about what benefits there are for the individual, the workforce out there, right? Because like I said, we have a very weak workforce. The COVID really changed the dynamics of our workforce, where they're expecting higher wages, and then the employer is trying to figure out, well, how do I pay these higher wages? But they're not trained. They didn't get any training during COVID, but now they're used to making $18 an hour instead of 10.
Yes.
So explain that a little of how your program works for that.
Yeah, so our program, EmployNV, Employ Nevada, I like to call it. So it breaks into two different categories. One is for the individual can get training, and the other one, of course, is what we're doing with small businesses and medium businesses. But let's say there's a person that is looking to become certified as an HVAC, right? If they go to any of our EmployNV career hubs, they will be able to find help in which we can, provide funding for them to go to school, right? We have multiple training providers around Nevada that they can certify them. And pretty much when they finish that certification, they're ready and looking for employment. That's when they send them to me, and I make the magic with the business owners, try to get them higher, right? But you're right, after the COVID pandemic, things have changed a lot. Wages are not the same. And that's some of the things that we do as an incentive for the businesses. Potentially, if you're taking a $10,000 on the job training, you probably will offer a better wage, right? And also on the business community, what we're trying to see is that many of these businesses require a ton of experience, right, for these individuals that
Right.
are looking for employment. And one of the things that we say is, if you're willing to take these individuals, please just put your feet on the ground and understand that not all of them will have 30 years of experience,
Right.
right? Or this young individual just finished college, and we try to do on the job training so we can do some exchange, for these workforce to work, because many of them require a lot of things for them to get hired. Yeah. So.
Well, it's just a lot of money out there, right? And I think that we really need to take advantage of it. Where can they get a hold of you, Carlos? A number that they can dial, a website that they could go to. How do they get a hold of you? And not just for the person looking for work, but also the small business owner that's looking for a workforce.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You can look me at LinkedIn, Carlos Rodriguez, or you can send me an email to CLarios, LAROS, at EmployNVBusinessHub.org, right? Or you can also, give my cell phone over here. It's 407-583-7503.
I have a question. So
Yes.
once I get the internship, I already interviewed 3, 4 people you send me, and I select, I want this. What's the process? What am I reporting to you? What's going on after that? I mean, I understand about the hours and the timing. Is there some additional information about the relationship? I just want to make sure that it's clear for the audience.
Yes. So, like I said, you can do multiple work experiences, but of course, like everything else, you will have to build a record with us that everything's going smooth, and as long as conversations between us, there has nothing, not issues have across for that matter, because we've seen businesses that, pretty much they take 10 work experiences at the same time, right? And the purpose of that program is to train the individual to give an opportunity. It could look sometimes like it's free labor, but no, the intention and the heart of the programs is for them to understand how the work environment works.
And has ever happened that someone takes an internship and everything is going well, but suddenly is the intern who does not want to be there anymore?
Good question. I'm sure that happens quite often.
Yeah, I think that's one of the that's one of the like most common questions that we get all the time. What will happen if in the middle of this training someone like decides to leave? The good thing with our program is that we are federally and state funded, right? So these are grants, and they come from the U.S. Department of Labor, and they come from the state. So if anything like that happens, we will have a conversation, but you don't have to pay back any of these resources. In case of the on-the-job training, right?
Right.
In case of the work experiences, we are paying the individual. Pretty much we just stop, the experience over there, and, we give you another opportunity to do more internships.
Because let me tell you something that I notice in other business. They put a lot of resources, speaking about time, effort, training this person, getting it ready for the position. And we are in a city where there is a lot of job opportunities, and
right.
sometimes they offer more money, and there goes all your effort, and you have to restart. So is there some sort of advice for business owners on how to better proceed with these individuals that will be coming to help us? Maybe be nicer, or I don't know if you get my point.
Yes.
But what can it help for us to retain?
Yeah, motivating the individuals. I've seen that if you're motivating them all the time, if you are going back to the career path, if they see a clear career path, if they see that there's room for improvement, if they see that you're connecting them also, because it's not about like having a person and having them forever, right? It's about also what this person want to do with their life. So if you're like, let's say if you go to any of the chambers of commerce and you bring this employee with you, it's good for them to have some exposure. Give them some like introductions to important people here and there. That way, they will feel like they belong,
Right.
to your business. So I feel that's one of the most important things. And also, the wage is important, and we have that promoting grant over there for wage increase that small business can utilize, and it's pretty much up to each individual business and what they want to do. But, yeah.
Right. So there is a lot of turnover right now. The workforce is a little challenging, to say the least. It is very expensive to hire, train, and then release, right? Whether they leave or you say, sayonara, time for you to go on, right? So I really like I said, that this program gives you that opportunity to offset your cost of hiring, training, and retraining over and over again at times, because you're right, it's a lot of hours to put a training program together, put them and train them, and then here they go leaving your company for someone else. There's another staffing agency here in town, and they always hire my people after I've trained them.
Wow.
I'm like, send them to Laura for Laura to train them at CS Now Staffing, and then go and apply over there. They're going to pay you more, but they're taking all the skill with them. It's part of
They're
life.
doing a talent pipeline.
Yeah, they are. Carlos, one best way to get a hold of you, because we're down to pretty much running out of time here.
Absolutely. You can look for me, Carlos Rodriguez Larios, in LinkedIn. You can send me an email to clarios@employnvbusinesshub.org, or give me a call to my cell phone to 407-583-7503.
And then one more last question. If someone is looking for work and they haven't been able to find it, what do they have to be on unemployment in order to fall under your program, or they just have to not be employed?
No, they don't have to be on unemployment. Of course, a person with unemployment will be a priority for us, right? To get them, employed as soon as possible. But they can go to any of the libraries and also to the main career hub, EmployNV Career Hub at 6330 Charleston Boulevard. So it's just across the CSN campus in Charleston. You will see a big sign there that says EmployNV Career Hub.
No, that's great information. Carlos, it's always a pleasure to have you on
Thank
our
you very
shows.
much.
You're just so much knowledge, so many resources out there for the small business community. But thank you, and goodbye to everyone.
Wait,
Oh,
one
more
second,
question.
please,
Let's
one
go.
second. So
What?
before you leave, do you guys do any events for people who are looking for job? Like
Yeah, they do job fairs.
fairs? Are you doing anything soon that you can
Yeah,
share
it's
with
something that
the?
we can promote.
Yes, absolutely. We're having a spring job fair event. Pretty much is coming soon. All the details you can look at the EmployNV website of how to register, stuff like that. Just look it for EmployNV Career Hub Spring Job Fair. Right, that's gonna be at the Convention Center on the West Hall.
Hey,
What day is that?
It's in March. I believe it's the 7th of March.
Okay, and so just double check the date, right, and the
Yes.
time and the location, but the website is a great place. Dr. Cobian, anything else?
No.
Before we go? All right, so then hope to see you guys on the next show.
Yes.
Once again, thank you so much for watching, and Carlos, it's been
Thank
a
you,
pleasure.
Carlos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.